This is the 1OUTS podcast, first episode. Talk that Tiko.
Talk that Tiko.
Because we're going to be talking a lot of shit. That's for sure.
We've been talking a lot of shit. We just thought we'd let you in on it as well.
Your bed's looking majestic, Suda.
Thank you. Thank you, Graham.
So yeah, we are live and we are filming, so...
And we should be able to keep an eye on the comments, but, you know, first time we're doing this, and I'm shit at multitasking anyway, so...
Yeah, yeah, but if you want to ask us any questions, just ask, and then we're going to do a Q&A after we talk about the things in which we need to talk about.
Yeah.
So if you want to ask questions
Just
now, we'll get back to them later.
Try and get back to them, but it might be better to save your questions for when we do the Q&A. So what are we talking about? We had a plan. We made a plan, right?
Yeah, we got a bit of paper with what we're going to talk about. We've got a bunch of things to talk about. Mostly the last event and like the return of New Zealand battle rap.
Yeah.
Because when you think of, you know, New Zealand battle rap, you instantly think of 1OUTSNZ, don't you?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
good to be back. It's fucking good to be back.
Yeah, Corona really took the wind out of our sails for a little bit. We were lucky enough to regroup and get some of our plane ticket money that we had lost from trying to sort out the event before this, and then we were able to like pretty much be sweet in terms of money, thanks to Original,
Yeah.
and all our amazing sponsors. You want to let them know our other sponsors?
Yeah, shout outs to MC Original. You can go and check him out on YouTube. He's got a bunch of music on there. He helps us out financially running events. Shout outs to Zero Fucks. As you see, the Zero Fucks clothing on the table. We're going to give away a bunch of clothing, and we even have some prizes for people watching. So if you're watching this, you could win something just from watching this. Shout outs to the Skate Factory, who's our newest sponsor. Skating and hip hop more or less goes hand in hand in New Zealand. I know not really in other countries, but like most skaters, when I was skating, most skaters could fucking freestyle. I'd say only in New Zealand, so shout outs to the Skate Factory for helping us out. And shout outs to the bro T's Nuts.
Yeah, boy. Someone said talk a little louder, so do we want to get the microphone level up? If it's, if it's on pad or something? Oh, thank you, Reggie. Love you too. Oh, this is great. This is actually working out pretty good. Oh my god, need to adjust my undies. Oh yeah!
Yo, is that better? I just went to plus 20.
Plus 20.
Is that good or?
What's the levels looking like on the camera?
It's like, it's looking good. It's peaking that I'm back here, but
Okay,
it's looking
yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep that. And we'll just try not to shout.
Yeah, try not to get too excited. And yeah, shout outs to our other sponsors, Simply Squeezed, Crafty Blends,
Yeah, boy.
Coke bottles, V energy drinks, jokes.
Those are all jokes.
But if you did have a food
But Simply
brand,
Squeeze, if you want to sponsor us,
we'll
we're
eat your food,
We'll-
we'll drink your drinks, that's for sure.
we're giving you free advertising anyway. When's the next live battle? Ooh, that's actually in our things to talk about for a little bit later.
Yeah, yep.
So hang about.
What's the story on the juice, Jay? Yes,
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just like something we're going to try to keep doing. We're obviously not very experienced at doing podcasts. We don't have fucking microphones and headphones like everyone else. But it's just something we wanted to create to bring like monthly or weekly content to 1OUTSNZ.
Yeah. Well, I guess it'll be like maybe weekly, just after or just before events.
Yeah.
And then in the slow periods, we'll try and give you guys updates on what we're working on behind the scenes and
Get
stuff like
guests
that.
in,
Yeah.
you know, battlers.
Maybe some battle reviews as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
where we just watch like previous battles and with a guest or someone.
Yeah.
at a later date. We'll try and figure out how to bring people onto this call if you want to chat with us and stuff. But currently, it's all very first time trial and error.
Yeah.
So bear with us.
Yeah, we might be shit at this.
All right, let's. So that's the podcast intro out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's chat about isobars.
Yeah, our first event back. It's our second event in 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks to COVID, we had to postpone lockdown. We had to postpone Face the Hate 5. We happened to get Revival in and then went into lockdown the very next day.
Yeah.
So
Lucky.
this was our return, isobars. And apparently isobars is like a measurement of pressure, wasn't it?
Barometric pressure, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Haru Specs actually came up with a name because we were like, we didn't have a name, so we asked the chat. Shout outs to Haru Specs for that. That's a fucking awesome name because like measurement of pressure,
It's got bars in it.
ISO, bars,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck it! It's just a like
Works.
triple entendre.
It's layers on layers. Yeah, shout out to Haruspex for the name.
Yeah, awesome. And
and-
shout outs to Stampede Bar for having us, Papakura. Very good venue, very, very good venue. Very good steak there too, apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not that I can eat it, but actually, let's make a mad shout out to Stampede Bar and the security.
Yeah.
This was one of our like big worries. Every time we do an event, the venue needs to realize what kind of event is taking place and make sort of allowances for us to have an a cappella event. You know, it's not blaring with music.
Yeah.
We kind of want to minimize noise levels and stuff. And there was a bit of teething issues at the start of the event, but they were really accommodating and turned off all their speakers, shut off an area of the restaurant.
Yeah. The closing wall was awesome, mate.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they all the noise spillage and stuff, we weren't having so much. And then also the security was amazing, and the bar actually got some staff to look after just our side for the whole night. So they took some people off their front of house just so we could
Heaps of people were buying drinks, eh?
as well. So
Yeah, like it's something like the new crowd we have. A lot of people don't drink, and I
Yeah.
was wondering about that. But a lot of people were buying beers,
yeah,
which is great for us because
and I
if
think
they
that-
don't
yeah.
sell beers, they don't want us back.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, and the good thing about it was the location of the bar to the
Yeah, it's quite
stage.
far away from the stage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
So
not too far away to the point people are like, I'm not walking all the way over to the bar
because
to
I
get
might
a
miss
drink.
some bars
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great. It's like you've got a great setup, eh?
It was I really, and everyone in the crowd was super awesome.
Yeah.
No one like was too rowdy or
Yeah, well, there was no trouble, eh? The whole
zero
night.
trouble.
Yeah.
So that works well for us.
Salute you guys
Absolutely.
for
That's-
like, yeah, maybe it was like my rules, eh? I was like, one rule, don't be a dick. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, I was so nervous on the stage. It's like the first time I've done an event where I'm like not drinking and I don't smoke anymore and shit, and I was like completely straight, and I was just like hopped on the stage, I was like, like I was like, oh, just one rule, just fucking don't be a dick. Like it's just like, wow, that's one thing about this event I found really hard was like.
Yeah.
My first time being actually straight at an event. I was like, fuck, I'm so nervous.
It was pretty nervous trying to put on this event, like for both of us, just because it's been so long.
Yeah.
And we didn't know like if the interest was still there.
Yeah, and ticket sales, right? Like, we were like at like 30 ticket sales, like 3 days before the event.
Yeah, it was
And I was like,
pretty
going
scary.
in the chat, I was like, is anyone going to sell any tickets? Like, what's going on, guys? Like, and just typical New Zealand fashion to be like, people were buying tickets, pre-sales, the day of the event.
Yeah.
Someone messaged me like an hour before the event started and was like, hey, can I still get a pre-sale? Like,
For sure.
So we ended up with,
And we got lots of door sales.
yeah, ended up with over 100 people there. So we're like, that's actually considered a small event for 1OUT standards, but we're happy. Like it was like starting from scratch, more or less. So we were happy to get that many people there.
Yeah, and it was a quality event.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's all up to the battlers and the crowd, basically. Like you guys, everyone, everything about it went well, except for some stuff we'll talk about soon.
yeah. So should we talk about the battles?
Yeah.
We started off the night with Fiendish versus Chunky Moses. Chunky Moses Sailor. I fucked up his name so many times, right? It's Chunky Moses.
Yeah.
And the reason I thought it was Chuck E. Moses is because his name is Charles. Like,
And Chucky?
and like Charles,
The
like
doll?
Charles Barkley, and his nickname's Chuck. Like
Yeah.
that's a nickname for someone called Charles, right? And I was like, he kept getting pissed off at me for calling him the wrong name. And I was just like, I just couldn't get it. I thought it was actually him telling us the wrong name for ages too. So his name is Chunky. He's a big fella. He's chunky. He did all right. I think the nerves got to him.
He had the projection.
Yeah, like he could. We saw his audition. He can rap. He had some really good moments during the battle. The funniest bit for me was when he was choking and he goes, "I got more bars than Paddy Muddimore prison," and the crowd cheers, and then he's like, "And I've got more bars than Mount Eden prison," and just started naming off all the prisons.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
He just ran with it. It worked. He
yeah.
ran with it. I was like, yeah, this guy, fucking, he knows it's working.
Better than choking for 30 seconds.
And that's another thing too. Is like, when I was talking to him, I was like, bro, most people, they forget their bars and they say time. Like, good on you for still freestyling and doing like coherent freestyles. Like, he didn't fuck up. Like, maybe his freestyles weren't the greatest because he's battling someone doing writtens, but he still did well. Like, most people just go, "Oh, I forgot my bars, time," you know. Like, he still went with it.
Yeah, and he had to like. It's weird when you first step into battles, right? Like for anyone.
And going first.
That's
the whole thing of tryouts, right? It's like we're throwing them in the deep end to see if they're going to sink or swim, right?
Yeah,
and that must be very hard, you know?
Campset's got it. Like, freestyling your way out of a choke is an OG move. Like, that's something I still haven't learned to do. Like, if I think of a rebuttal, I forget my rounds and shit, which is kind of what happened. But, shout out to Nelson. Sorry, I just have to get to these comments every now and then. Love the beard, love you back. The beard loves you.
And not to mention he was battling someone fucking amazing, right? And,
Fiendish, what the
Fiendish
hell?
from
Like,
Gross Right Records.
I had not seen his older battle.
Yeah,
I saw it like maybe half an hour before the event.
Yeah.
Like, just to get me in the mood or whatever.
And like he's so fucking onto it. Like, he was like, "Hey bro, do you think I like commanded the stage?" And like the questions he asked me afterwards, like what he was actually doubting himself. I'm like, no one fucking asks that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'm like, wow, he's really thinking about this shit. Like for me, the only thing for Fiendish would be like he was a bit quiet.
Yeah.
Which also kind of worked in his favor because that's like his style, right? Like,
yeah.
Man, he.
Yeah, I think Fiendish has that witty.
Yeah.
Witty gangster.
Yeah.
You know that, which is like kind of my favorite style. Like even like JP80, like he can be serious, but then just add in the funny, like, quick little.
Yeah,
little,
I see a glimpse of JP80 and Fiendish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like that kind of style. Yeah.
That he, he's trying to like not be intelligent with it, but like more just have like a complexity to the bar. So even your filler is interesting, you know, like that sort of. Like, I see mean battles out of him. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we'll put you up against some cool fucking people. So,
Yeah.
Um.
But yeah, that was a good
What
battle.
up, Chunky?
Yeah, what up, bro?
Chat. Yeah, like Chunky's projection, stage presence, all that he had.
Yeah.
I think you just need to work on like maybe just like watching heaps of battles.
I think you just
Like-
got nervous, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you get on that stage, those lights are like as they're doing right now. They're shining right in your face.
Yeah,
You like look to the crowd. You can't really see the crowd because all the lights are on you, and you're like, well, there's heaps of fucking people here, you know?
yeah,
Like, and that's the thing about tryouts, eh? It's like you're up first.
yeah,
That's why we do tryouts first.
yeah. And you
And
handle it.
I can guarantee he would do better. Like he's talked about wanting to battle again. I can guarantee he'll do better
Next time.
next
yeah.
time he battles.
It's you can't bring the bravado you bring in songs to battles. Like it's a little bit. You have to like just be part like of the culture basically. It's
what he said, I watched his live. He said he left his ribbons in Gisborne
Oh
or
my
Hastings
God.
or wherever he was from. I
Rickenoo.
think he's from Gisborne, possibly Hastings. One or the other, but yeah, he was staying in a hotel and shit, and he said he left his ribbons
Oh
down the
no!
line.
Okay, maybe that's what happened. I can barely hold a battle together if I'm not like reading it a couple of seconds before my battle.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I get that.
yeah, I write mine on my phone these days.
Who was next?
We had Locking Latu, the god, versus Luminous, the god. The battle of who's the best god of
Yeah.
battle rap. Like,
Is it GOD or GAWD that one?
yeah, yeah, that was a good battle. It was really good to see Luminous. Like, a lot of people were like, "Why the fuck is Luminous battling Locking Latu online?" You
Oh,
know?
look at this. Latu. Oh, look. Something's fucked up.
Are we back?
Oh, we're back. Latu, one of the gods, knew about Fiendish. Of course he did.
Yeah, yeah. But so many people were like, "Why is they're like, ha ha ha, lol, Locking Latu? Why the fuck is Luminous battling Locking Latu?" Like, firstly, Luminous was battling Locking Latu because Luminous is like fucked up in like his last 3 battles, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and Locking Latu was on the 1OUT stage again because he deserved to be. He's leveled up hard. Like, I guess the standard fan just doesn't know the behind the scenes of that.
Latu's
Latu
progression.
had gone to Gisborne and he had battled in 5150 a handful of times. He had been doing like TikTok hip hops and all sorts of shit, and he had leveled up. And if you saw that battle, you would know that Latu deserved to be on that card.
Yeah.
And that it was actually quite a good matchup,
Yeah.
you know. And it was great to see Luminous like do well. Like that was like it was like an ultimatum battle for him, eh? Like, you know, if you mess up again, you know.
Yeah.
Because this was his comeback, you know.
And he was good.
And he was really good, eh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I kind of like half watched that battle because I was still at the door at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But you know, you couldn't miss Latu and
Oh, look,
yeah,
so,
look, someone's giving
someone's saying Latu. Well, I kind of thought
2-1 close battle.
Luminous won that battle.
Yeah, me too.
But it was really close. They both danced as well. Like
That's the best.
Latu was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he was like, they call me Latu because I do dance moves that you can't do. And he was like, Drew done some
Yeah.
shit. And then like, thing was like, I come with the smooth talk. Yeah, you can do little dance moves, but can you do the moonwalk? And I'm like, oh shit! Like they set off the crowd hard. But like
So good.
little shit like that, like really works in battle rap. Eh? Like,
Yeah.
and it was like good to see them
And
both.
yeah,
like,
I mean, like it's the closer you are to an even, you know, when people say like that person won or the other person won, that's when it's a good battle, you know. When there's like groups of people and they just subjectively make the decision on what they think won. Like,
yeah.
Because everyone likes different things, and if a whole bunch of people are agreeing that, you know, it was a close battle, then that's what we want. Like as a battle league, we want close battles. We don't want to set up battles where it's like someone's going to eat someone else for breakfast.
Yeah, yeah, but also at the same time, it's like we as 1OUTS have been setting up battles like that for so long, but I think what a lot of the people like to actually see is a body bag.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the fans, like,
It would-
I think
yeah.
that's why so many of the old battles, like on the old channel, went viral because it was like someone shit against someone really good, and
Yeah.
then they'll just get murdered, like Exceed versus Scholar, you know?
Yeah.
And then like Exceed just got body bagged, and then that battle got 150,000 views, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, but that's what we do now. We set up fucking really fair, even matchups where it's even watching some of the battles, like the energy sap in the room, it's like it's exhausting,
Yeah.
Like watching a fucking even matchup, you're just like,
oh,
and like you can't,
what's
like,
happening?
recalling bars and shit. You're just like, I can't remember. That was an amazing battle, but I can't remember anything
Yeah.
because I'm exhausted from watching that. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's exactly. Like, because when you put like an easy win on the card, then people expect, like, you already had met your expectations. There's nothing exciting about just going and witnessing a body bag, unless it just happens. Like, we try and do even battles. We try and make like fun, exhaustive battles.
Like if Sassamap can come up with the $1,000 he offered me, we'll make that happen, and I'll body bag him for all of you guys. But like, yeah,
come on, Sassamap. Yeah, and then alright, next
and
one.
then we had Dr. Apocalypse versus Haruspex, which was quite a surprising battle, Like, the thing is because also Dr. Apocalypse's staff, he's a friend of mine, and we talk quite a bit, and he's like telling me about like how he's like succumbed to the new style, and how he's gonna do all these bars, and like how he's not gonna do multis and dick jokes, and like how his style's really gonna work. Like, was he lying to me, or? Because then when he rapped, he just did like long ass multis about his dick.
That's what I expected.
Yeah, but like when he was telling me that, and the crowd just really wasn't into Doc this time, Like, I actually felt quite sorry for him.
I think what happened was Haruspex was the perfect balance for that.
Yeah, and it was surprisingly good,
and it worked
that
so
Doc got
well.
Slept on,
Yeah, because
Doc was still good, right? Like, and we like that style, that Doc does, but it just, I think
it might be more even on camera.
Yeah,
but
and I think everything Haruspex done, like, especially in the building, just counteracted everything Doc was going to do. You know, like. It was like, the crowd was quite silent for Doc, and I was like, but he did very long rounds too.
I think like Doc's stuff is, again, like on the ratio of complex to witty to just plain like crowd, like controlling the crowd. Like he's got that like complexity and the wittiness ratio out too much. He's on. I think on camera it might be more even, but Haruspex just had like the perfect balance. Like he was like, I'm gonna be a chill guy. I can say disgusting shit too. Like I can do a multi just as long as you. Like he had
when
that,
he done that Doc impersonation.
Like he and I think that's how you like break a vet. You like hone in what they do and what they've been doing for years, and just like break it down. Like, and Haruspex just like tore down that, like, because Doc doesn't come to essentially like win. He's coming to show off. His like lyrical prowess. Which is amazing. Which is like absolutely insane. But in that battle rap setting, Haruspex just did what he needed to do.
And also when I feel like people have been saying, like other battlers have been saying it about Doc for so long, like he kind of needs to switch it up, and he just did Doc again, So like, I feel like when all the battlers are kind of like waiting for that, and then he doesn't do that, and the battlers are almost the ones who set off the crowd. The battlers in the crowd, and everyone was like quiet. I was like, well, Doc. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit.
Exactly. He's come to do what he wanted to do, and he's done that. But his abortion rebuttal, I was like, oh. His one rebuttal was insane. Next one.
Shout outs to Haruspex. He was amazing. Next we had Clue versus Jo. Before the break, and we were kind of like, where the hell is Clue? He wasn't there, It was like, where's Clue? He turned up quite late, and then I seen him in the crowd and I was just like pointing at him. I was like, "You're next, bro." And he's like, "Yeah, sweet, sweet."
Original Doc is the dog of all doctors. Yes, yes he is.
Yeah, so Jo did amazing, as always. NRL gun bars, pretty slept on, like Doc also.
Yeah, I think the vet style is like we expect you to listen more or some shit, but
Yeah.
that's wrong. Like I
Yeah.
think we need to change the vet mindset of that.
Yeah,
Because the new style is like a lot of repetition. Like vets don't really like go back and then come back. Like
Yeah.
even when they choke, like I even did it in my one where I was just like trying not to repeat things.
Yeah.
But like if you see the new style now, they like do a lot of repetition, a lot of like make you get my bar
Yeah,
type stuff.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like it's not
yeah.
really like just left to the imagination or
Yeah.
anything like that.
and I
Like,
think his projection, he's never had great projection.
Yeah.
You know, he just kind of talks when he raps.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't yell at all.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of like
Again,
goes
the
against
camera,
that, you know?
again, the cam view
Yeah.
might like even this out again.
Yeah.
But that's like the fun part of battle rap. Like some battle rappers are fun to watch on camera, but may not hit so much on the night.
Yeah.
And some people you just think destroyed on the night, and
Yeah,
then you
'cause
watch the footage
J.O.
and you're
shit,
like,
I was
oh,
like,
no.
fuck,
Yeah.
like, and I was like, why is the crowd not, like, the crowd was cheering, but it wasn't, like, going off, you know?
That could be the lateness as well. Like we might need to try and get Stampede a little bit earlier. This was our first time, so we had to like
first
go
time
with
ever
their rules.
going,
But
I think years ago we did late events, but first time in, like, close to a decade we've done, like, a 8 p.m. starting event, which
yeah.
probably started closer to 9, right? You
Yeah,
know?
I feel like Stampede would give it to us earlier. Now though, like now that we've done an event and it went well for them,
Yeah, yeah.
so maybe we can do like an earlier one because midnight battles are pretty brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, but Clue was good. He had a bit of a mess up. But I don't feel like it like tarnished the battle. Like he did choke a bit, but he had that line of Tongan celebration. Put the money on me like a Tongan celebration or something like that. That was fire. But I kind of felt like it almost like Clue's part of that group, you know, and it's like the crowd really wanted Clue to win,
Yeah,
you know? Like even though he was messing up a bit, it was just like you could tell they wanted him to win, you know?
yeah,
And I probably would edge that battle to Jo on you know, just consistency and bars. But Clue did really well, and it was good to see him step up when he got a name such as Jo. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, Clue. I think Clue's like progression is very like you could plot it on a graph, like
Yeah.
linearly. Like every time he battles, he's checks off something else in his
Yeah.
like reaching the final form or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's like consistently clues. He like
Clues.
consistently gets better every time. And if he has like a mess up, you know he's gone home and thought about it and like
Yeah.
beaten himself up.
Oh, he
over
will.
it.
This time, mate. He's gonna be like, damn! He's gonna
Goddamn
be like,
Clue! Stop!
you choked! How dare you!
How dare you!
Yeah, we know he's gonna be hard on himself for that.
Yeah,
But
and he'll just come back better for it. So that's
and like his promo was immaculate. Did you see his video?
best promo
Yeah.
for the battles
Facts. Did
for
you
sure.
see the video when he was at work?
Yeah,
And that was amazing. Like that's like almost the best promo of all time. Like
I had a line about that in
Oh,
my
yeah.
battle. I was
Yeah.
just like, go do what Clue did, like sort your life out.
Yeah, he just spoke from the heart as well. That's what I really liked about it. And he talked about like how he wants to put in more of an effort and how he wants his family and his friends to know that he's a battle rapper and shit now. Like, good on him. That promo was fucking awesome.
That's legit. Like it's hard to, because we're in New Zealand. It's a small country. We can't really offer that much money to battlers.
Yeah.
But when we do, like, it's nice to see that someone's taking that seriousness on board themselves.
Yeah,
It's not like we're trying to instill these sort of battle rap values or whatever
Yeah.
into people, but it's fucking awesome when people just do it and show it off, you know, because
Yeah,
it's like kind of a vulnerable thing to do as well. Like, I'm a battle rap mom, like
Yeah,
I'm a battle
yeah,
rapper,
like, yeah. How many times have I heard it? Aren't you a bit old?
yeah,
Like, no, this is a culture.
yeah, yeah.
This is a lifestyle. Like, shit.
All right, next one. Do we need to talk about this?
we went into our break, our halftime break. We played some music. You can check out the playlist on D-Lar's Spotify. It's called Isobars. Really good playlist. You just add me on Spotify. Sure. Shameless plug there. And then we went into Lazy Eye versus Kamasuda, the return of the first 1OUTS champion, the roulette winner, up against Lazy Eye, who's just been like on a fucking roll, who put on a classic against Real Deal and line him up, who beat Papa Mac and line him up, who just was insane, wasn't he? Like, the whole line him up.
Yeah.
And he just kept that going in this battle.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like he should have actually incorporated that throwaway into the battle.
Oh, if he did the Cody's one,
you've been crushed by more South Aucklanders than the Cody can. Eh?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, maybe it didn't fit in with his rhyme scheme or something, eh? But like, he should have left that in somehow. I feel like he should have. But he was amazing.
Yeah.
And so was Suda. Like, that battle was insane, and I think it will show in the footage, and it showed from the crowd response. Like, that was the hype around that battle was. It was the most hyped battle of the night. And if you look at the lineup, you wouldn't have thought that battle would get the most reaction. You know, it was crazy. And you guys were so mean to each other, bro. It was like a battle.
I felt like it was really good that he like honed in like on the immigrant Toki.
Yeah, he was like
that because I was feeling
racist to Maldives and shit.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I was like, that's my friend. No, it's not.
I'm not racist. I have Maldi friends. And it was just really good because I was feeling like kind of bad about like going in on his eye.
Yeah.
Like I was like almost gonna write all my rounds without mentioning his eye, like right until the end, like save it for the end or something. But as I started writing, I was like, this is too easy. Like
yeah. So he did all that, and then you did all that,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god! Like I'm like right in the middle as the host. I'm like, oh my god! Like looking at you guys, are like looking at Pippa to the side. I was like, oh my god! He just said that. And I'm like, fuck! That you guys went hard.
So good.
It was like a 2000s battle, eh? Like it wasn't like bars and fucking schemes and punchlines. It was like, your mum is so fat that blah blah blah.
Sup,
like
Mike?
yeah, you like
Mike Brown.
cha.
Yeah,
You just dissed each other so hard. I love battles like that.
Yeah, and Lazy Eye was just so on form. Like I wish I had Lazy Eyes like go home and practice until I fucking nail it.
Yeah,
This, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was. The footage is like gonna be really fun to watch on that.
Yeah.
Like I've barely like skimmed through the battles.
And Suda had a choke, but same as Clue, I don't think it's going to tarnish the footage. I was like, a lot of people were still saying Suda won.
Yeah.
And then I think if...
And that, I mean, that's the other... that's the other, like, part of it. Like, even though I had a choke, I came back.
Yeah.
And that was like...
And I think that will be, like, the defining thing. Like, people will be like, Suda choked and he won, or Suda lost because he choked. Like, that's how close the battle was.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the only thing you can kind of define a winner or loser from. Like,
yeah.
It was just... And shout outs to Original, because that was his matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, shout outs to him.
Yeah.
It's like, that was not my matchup.
That was a sponsor ask. So I was like, yes, I will do as you say for Original.
And then I suppose it's going to be another 5 years before we see Suda back again.
No, I mean, I would like to battle more, but it's just the busyness.
Yeah,
of my
life. Yeah,
right now.
even running events is like really hard nowadays.
And I don't,
like,
yeah.
I used to be like people fucking pulling out, and you know, like now I see, like, why, like it
Yeah.
is hard to be a battle rapper because it's fucking hard to be like run the events and shit now. Really hard because the busyness of life, you know.
Yeah, and we are trying to make it more worthwhile for battlers. Like, we've started to give money, but we'll try and do a bit more of that because I think money is the thing that matters, really,
Yeah,
especially in
yeah,
this
yeah.
climate when
Yeah.
when the petrol might cost.
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
get
You
to
might
the
just
event,
use
but-
your whole payment with the fucking putting gas in your car, right? But yeah, that was a really good battle. It went beyond expectations, and I think that's going to be like a classic once you see that on YouTube and shit.
Next one.
And then we had, what did we have? Well, we had Tech versus JP80,
Brutal.
and that was insane, eh?
That was next level.
Yeah,
That was also like a good match if they weren't friends.
yeah.
You know?
I feel like,
Like,
that was like the weakest JP80 we've ever seen, and he was still amazing.
It was still like insane.
But it's like he couldn't
yeah,
do
he
that
like
to
yeah,
his
yeah,
mate,
yeah.
eh? Like,
I felt
and
like
Tech was the opposite.
Yeah,
It's like,
he was
I
like,
get the knife and I
"Bang!"
stab it in you and do it. Like I was like, oh shit! He was like going hard.
Like,
he didn't give a fuck. Eh? Like,
if they weren't mates, that would have been like a hectic battle.
yeah, you
like,
could see the hesitation in JP80,
like,
and he talked about that a lot as well. Eh?
in the
Like,
battle, yeah.
even before the battle, prepping for the battle, and that, like, he's like, this is going to be a fun battle because we're mates, you know?
Yeah.
And then Tech was like, how motherfucker?
We're not friends on stage.
But
Like-
yeah, JP80 was still amazing. I think it's the weakest JP80 we've seen. And Suda and I were just in awe that we're looking at each other the whole bit. We're like, holy fuck!
Like, yeah, JP80 is definitely like my favorite in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard.
He's like the most well-rounded battler.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like an international. You know?
I reckon you should make music. Like, fuck studies, bro. Like, quit your life and just become the neighborhood rapper.
JP80 is the weakest we are in general. What's up, Salt? What's up, Salt?
When are we gonna see you back?
Ooh.
There's dancers on stage now. You could definitely win.
Oh, we might actually. That might actually be. Ooh.
1OUTS dance battles.
That might actually be coming a bit sooner than later, eh, Salt?
Ooh, oh, they've been chatting. I'm not part of these like CEO chats anymore. I was like, sorry, I've got work.
I'm battling.
I'm battling.
Disassociating myself from this.
Gotta be fair, right? Gotta be fair.
And Tech had the energy. It was really good.
I'm really excited that we have like a Tech style battler in 1OUTS because that's like one of the like B teams like violent bars are generally still from a place of witty lyricism.
Yeah.
Whereas like when Tech says it, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of scared of him. Like,
Yeah, he brought a lot of people too. I was like, hey,
that
got the whole crew in here.
Yeah, and it was like, and I love that, like the real raw, like angry, but also controlled.
Yeah, but like also that new style, like
and also the new style,
aggression with it, eh? Yeah.
Like,
he's
just,
like the only dude really doing that,
Because like even in my like violent bars, I can't put it on. That's just not me or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you see it, it's quite exciting because you're like, oh, that's it's getting heated. Like, he might actually stab him.
No, that was like top 3 of that card for sure.
Easy.
That battle was insane.
Yeah.
Really liked that one. Couldn't call it. Probably would edge it to JP, but if other people said they thought Tech won, you wouldn't be angry,
Yeah.
Because that was just they both just went in.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I would definitely give it to JPA.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm a fan.
We just love him that
Yeah,
much.
yeah. It's true. And after that,
We had Josh E versus Mac.
ooh,
And this was when the event was affected by people leaving,
Yeah.
by energy sap.
yeah,
Like, yeah, the two main events didn't really go as well as we expected, eh?
yeah.
Like, a lot of people
That's
left.
probably our fault for doing it so long.
Yeah, and for the event dragging on, doing 8 battles in one night, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Few
like-
lessons that were learnt.
yeah, definitely. Some stuff we have to correct next time, eh? But it was still, I was like, why is the crowd not cheering like as loud as they should be? Because I thought both of them were great, you know?
Yeah.
Mac was typical Mac. Josh E came back. He did a bit of like the new style and shit, you know? He did do some weird bars though, like when he pulled out the box cutter, eh? And he's like, had an actual box cutter and like said he'll stab him. I was like, oh my god!
You better not have a blade in there, Josh.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was. I think Josh did like the typical thing that people do when they come back.
Yeah.
Like try and show off all your styles.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and that's not really what you should do. But even whatever he did, I was amazed.
Yeah.
Like his wordplay is like top class shit.
Facts,
Like,
facts. I thought he got slept on,
Yeah.
to be honest.
yeah.
But yeah, he was great, and it was great to see Josh back. And like we were actually talking about like the cuddle we were gonna give each other for like ages, bro. And then he like picked me up, bro. Like, it was like I was the girl, bro. He like squeezed me so hard, I was like,
Oh!
he was like picked me up, bro. I was like, this motherfucker, put me fucking down right now, like, sheesh.
And he's also like, he's funny guy, but he's also honest.
Yeah.
And
He
it's
said
like,
some buzzy shit about religion, eh?
yeah, and also himself, like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
issues and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like it's hard to like talk about your issues
Judge
just
yourself,
to your
eh?
fucking
Yeah.
like family and friends,
Yeah.
and like
And he
just
did
to
it
be
a whole
able to
crowd of
put, yeah,
motherfuckers.
just put it out there. Like maybe he felt he needed to do that because he's like semi-famous outside of battling. But,
Yeah, yeah.
but we don't care about any of that. We love you.
Yeah.
Love to have you come back for another battle.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
Papa Mac though, Papa Mac also is really like doubling down on his style.
Yeah.
Like he's almost got like a repertoire of things he does in battles, like the repetition, like say the same thing,
Yeah.
something else, and then like a couple of funnies, and then a lot of like big up himself and a bunch of valley shit. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can almost like you know what you're gonna get from a Mac
Yeah.
battle,
Yeah.
and it's hard to beat when it's like
Yeah, but it should also be something like that should be quite easy to counter if you know what he's
if
gonna
you
do,
know what
but
he's going to do,
no
but
one
it's not.
seems to
Yeah,
have done it yet, eh,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah, it's like even though you know what to expect, it's like you'd have to match his loudness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and then you'd have to like match his
And he
funniness.
brought Thing with him, didn't he? He had the famous guy with him, eh?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah. From
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
The famous guy. I was just like looking at him like
Julia,
like a
what's
couple
his name?
of
Yeah.
times, and then I was just like,
yeah, I was
I better not look at him
He's-
too much.
I was like, looking at him. He's, I wanted to be like, what's that? And like kept looking at him like he was.
Can you
over
host,
there.
please? Like,
Fact. That's why I was like waiting for eye contact. I like kept looking back, and he's like over here, and I just kept looking back for him. And then he was just like, he knew I was looking at him, and he was like, I was like, I'm not actually gonna walk.
and
up
then I
to
got
him
home
like,
and saw
holler
the
at him.
Gillette ad. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never watched TV, so I didn't really recognize until like it was too late, and then it would have been awkward.
Yeah, I noticed him because I like that movie Hunt for the Wilder People. Is it called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that with the kids and shit, and I was like, man, it's that guy. It's like, oh, I can't believe it's him. He's like,
Or you
oh,
can tell your
fucking-
kids now, like, oh, I heard that guy.
Yeah, I did.
Mine.
Yeah, I did. They were like buzzing out. Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, Mac did. He also did the TikTok rap line, eh?
Yeah.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like you got a good reaction.
Old
to
Louis
that
Theroux.
shit, Yeah.
The man, the legend. And then the last battle of the
The
night.
main event. Sober versus Alenzo non-title match.
Ooh.
I think.
Was it lucky that it was a
I
non-title
think
match?
Alenzo
might.
lucky,
Alenzo
and I
might be
kind of
happy.
feel that about Mac and Alenzo. They didn't have their usual 30 people entourage with them.
Yeah.
And there was a big difference in their performance.
Yeah.
And
True.
Like I don't know, like a lot of people have kind of given them shit about that.
Because you do work with the crowd.
Yeah.
And if you bring a crowd, fuck it, that's fine.
That
means
we
people
love
like
that,
you.
Yeah, we love that. You have support.
What would I apologize for a crowd and gas? Get the fuck out of here. Where's your gas?
It is funny when people complain about people being supported, and it's always battlers who aren't supported. And you're a battle rapper who actually can't bring people to events, so that's actually worse.
Yeah. Jealous of the gas.
It's like they're trying to trick them into not bringing people.
Maybe it worked. Maybe it worked.
But I do think there was a difference in both of them without. And I know B Team still had a lot of people there. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's also just those last two battles as well. They were affected by a lot of people who had gone home. I was exhausted by that point, myself. So I can just imagine how everyone else felt. But Alenzo was still Alenzo. He was still sick with it. Sober redeemed himself for the PFAC battle, which was another thing, how I was saying about Luminous and Latu. A lot of people were like, why the fuck is Sober battling Alenzo? Why is he main event? It's
that's
we
why.
Believe in Sober. That's why.
You'll see that, if you saw the
see
battle.
What Sober did to Bills and line them up, that's why. We want that Sober all the time.
Oh, Jordan just joined after we were giving you all the praise.
Oh, yeah, But yeah, we want that Sober every time he battles, and he did it this time,
All good, JPH.
Yeah, bro.
You'll have to rewatch to take in all the praise.
And his second, no one's done that to Alenzo yet. He dissed him for being short.
Oh yes,
bro, that was
my favorite shit.
That was such a good.
And you could tell Sober was feeling bad almost for it.
Yeah, but that was funny too.
Run it back for my JPH. We love you.
We love you.
You're the best in the league, hands down.
But yeah, he done. Also, Alenzo done Sober was I'll fucking drop you and all of that shit. Is getting right in his face and shit. And then he's the cameraman dropped his camera, and that's the only time anyone's ever dropping lenses. Oh shit!
That was too much.
So lucky it wasn't our camera. I was yeah, well.
I feel like this battle's gonna be the ultimate on camera.
Yeah.
Because Alenzo had the crowd was dwindling at that point.
Yeah,
we had gone on too late.
Crowd was sleeping. We
should have maybe just do 6 battles from next.
Yeah, and that's the plan, is to do less battles, because it just what are we meant to do? Enforce time limits? In any league around the world, you watch the leagues that enforce time limits, and then you just miss out on the best part of the battle.
It's weird, yeah.
And I know people do. Majority of people write to the time we tell them. But then to deliver those bars, it just takes longer on the night. It's not like people write. We don't say 2-minute rounds and they write 4-minute rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's they're not actually going
and
over
you have
the
to
time
work
limit,
with the crowd. If the crowd isn't letting you get through your bars because they're reacting to it, you have to get into that. And then there's rebuttals and chokes.
So the way to counter that is to actually do less battles where I've kind of been we need more content on our channel and that, but if it's affecting the events, we just need less battles.
For sure.
And our SD cards are running out, our microphones are going flat, our cameras going flat and shit. So obviously, to have less battles is a smarter idea. Then we can film in 4K, right?
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, apart from all that, this is very this battle was had layers on layers. And Alenzo's shit he was spitting was bro, I can't even keep up to it.
He was getting slept on hard,
and
Sober just was fucking what we wanted from Sober,
Yeah. Because especially the corny lines, because he called himself out. In his battle for being I'm sorry for being corny and doing short this is look what your height's making me right or something. It was so good. And I think like that was a good counter to Alenzo's style.
Yeah.
Because Alenzo's probably more serious.
Yeah, like doing round of jokes was really worked on Alenzo,
Yeah.
you know?
Like
And like, you don't really notice that Alenzo, he's not really short. But it's like, you don't even notice that he is quite short, you know?
until someone points it out.
Massive Sober says it. Like, Sober's tall as fuck as well, which made it even better, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, shit, I didn't even notice that, you know? Like, it's just
good.
something you don't really notice. And then when he said, we were like, he is
Yeah.
big. We're like, oh,
Like,
shit.
this is so good. Yeah, I was losing my shit at that point. That was great. Alenzo's third was amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, Alenzo's rebuttal about the lens getting dropped. That was too hot.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was insane. And yeah, that was the event.
Yeah.
Wrapping up. Let's move on to PPV.
Yeah.
So there's a because our cameraman got COVID and we weren't that great at micromanaging every camera setting and microphone setting. Some of the footage and some of the miking was a little bit weird. We were also on a stage, so the cameramen didn't really know where to.
Yeah, and anyone who was at the event probably noticed this, right?
Yeah.
That it wasn't the normal
style
of filming.
Yeah.
And there's really no main cameraman. So what we usually do is we just take the main camera footage and we make that the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And there's no main camera footage.
It's all just cameras just moving around.
Yeah, it's like 2 roaming cameras.
And also we didn't, and I mean, we sort of put our faith in the cameraman to do all the settings that we would normally do, which kind of didn't work out. And also we should have had like maybe a good like hour before with the cameramen, both of them, and showed them like what we expect, because there was a lot of like stopping and restarting within rounds and stuff, whereas usually we just keep it all going. And that's a big part of the reason why we're not going to have a pay-per-view. So that's the news here.
There's no main footage. The cameras were stopping and starting. They're in the wrong positions a lot of the time. So, and to do a pay-per-view where Suda or I would more or less have to do multicam footage. And you guys know how long it takes for the battles to come out. We usually drop our pay-per-view like a day or 2 after the event. There's just no possible way to actually do the shit multicam and drop it as a pay-per-view. Like, we wouldn't even be anywhere near finished if we had started the next day. You know? So
it would. There's just no point. Like,
we
lose out on.
On a bit of money,
Yeah,
which we don't even really make much money off pay-per-view, to be completely honest. So I don't know if
we probably make enough to pay the venue. That's about it.
Yeah. So I don't know if people are going to be happy or sad about this, where it's like this means that the battles are going to be free, and they're probably going to come out a bit sooner than they usually would, right?
Yeah.
You know.
So you don't have to pay anything, but the people who expect the PPV are like, we know, like the exclusivity of it. Like they're like
those
the first
are the people
one.
who are going to be pissed off. Like the regular pay-per-view customers that always cop the pay-per-view as soon as it drops.
Because there are a bunch of people that want to get in and see all the battles and are like chat to us about it, and it's good to get our initial feedback through the pay-per-view as well, like on what battles we might release in order. But I'm just gonna edit JP80's battle first, because my boy.
So really it is our fault because we didn't manage the cameraman, but at the same time the new cameraman we had was like, I'm amazing, I've filmed hundreds of live videos, so we were just kind of like assumed that he would be amazing, right? You know, and unfortunately he wasn't. Like, it's better, and it's not
hard
even
to
his
film.
fault.
It's hard to film battles.
It's a lot different than filming anything else. We were telling him what to do, and he just kind of wasn't getting it, and then to the point he was like giving up at the end. He was fucked. Like, it is hard.
It is hard
holding
work.
a camera for 4 hours. You know.
Yeah. So
But
next time
at
we'll
the same
do
time,
like
I was like,
we'll
this is
just
live,
yeah.
and you've just stopped filming. He's a nice guy. Like, I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's our own fault.
And he
Like,
helped us out, so
yeah. Yeah.
so it's all good. It's
But
just more.
we just wanted to explain why there isn't going to be a pay-per-view. And if you see the camera footage when the battles come out and be like, oh, this isn't usual 1OUT style, it's because it wasn't filmed in usual 1OUT style, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And maybe we can do like a little day just behind the scenes where we get our usual cameraman to teach the newer guys.
Yeah.
Who I can't remember the name right now because I'm a dick, but the guy that Ghostlight brought, he was amazing. He was
great.
really good.
He was great
Because that was a camera we
kind of
pre-set
knew
up.
what he was doing as well. And then when he was in the wrong place, it's because he was trying to keep the other cameraman out of his frame,
footage.
you know? Like, he kind of knew what... He became the main cameraman. But then also he kind of had to move because the other cameraman was
the main
going
one.
in his view kind of thing. So, I don't know. It became quite... I was breaking out in sweats. You know, you probably saw me. I was like...
Oh my gosh.
I'm not even filming
YouTube's going to be weird.
Sweat was like pissing out and shit. I was like, oh no. Like, it's like, fuck, maybe we should have just filmed. But then at the same time, it's like, Suda was doing the door. Suda was battling. I was hosting. I was running the whole event. So at the same time, we really can't film. Like, we would be great at filming, but it'll be like Devastator filming. You'd hear us cheering. That's the battle rappers are good at filming, but battle rappers can't shut up at the same time, mate. You know.
And yeah, it's just some more learning process that we just need to micromanage basically.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a crazy day. Like, I wake up 6 a.m. that day, take my son to league, half lose my voice because I'm the assistant coach of his team. I'm fucking screaming out all these calls from the sideline. My voice is breaking on fucking stage when I'm hosting. Like, you heard it. Everyone fucking heard it. How embarrassing. And then like setting up and everything. It's just such a fucking hectic day, eh? That we did drop the ball a bit with like, you know, I was like, yeah, you're the man, eh? Set this up. Set up the cameras, bro. Like, yeah.
When we should have done it all ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the main news.
That's
of
the
it.
bad news about it.
Yeah. Well, there's very little viewers at the moment.
Yeah,
so
they're like,
bad
news.
news. Yeah, it's gone too bad.
We're leaving.
All right, prize giving.
Yeah.
So do your sharing of this live if you want now.
Yeah.
So basically,
Did I
do we
share
want to?
this live? I did. Yeah, I
Oh yeah. Did you? That's
did.
fine.
I've got a list as well.
Yeah. Let's pull it out.
I think we should should we add in some like extras as well? Like flip of the night.
What have we got to give away?
We got a bunch of stuff.
We've got
These are
we've got amazing boom skateboard. I can see that. It's all a bit shiny from the lights. Got some. Oh, this is cool. Who's gonna win this?
Look.
Oh!
Shit!
Oh, little fishing Seinfeld hat.
Yeah.
Oh, old lockdown. I still crank this.
Yeah, the print on those is amazing.
Yeah,
eh?
that was a really good t-shirt.
Usually, you wash a t-shirt like that a bunch of times and it's fucked, but really good. So first prize would be, and I actually selected these prizes because Suda battled. So usually we would do it together as a staff, but Cess didn't turn up.
No, where are you, Cess?
Yeah, where are you, man? We
miss you, Cess.
Well, so usually we would do it as a team, but Suda battled, so he kind of felt like it was unfair if he kind of is on the decision making of the prize giving, and Cess wasn't there unfortunately, so I kind of picked. So if you think the prize giving is shit, you can just blame me. If you think it's wrong, you just blame me because it was me. But battle of the night, just straight up off the vibe in the room alone was crazy. Not to mention, we talked about this battle, how I just loved it, how they dissed the fuck out of each other, how it was almost like an old school battle where they were like actually battling. So you probably already know who it is. Kamasuda versus Lazy Eye. Amazing battle. What do we have? We've got...
I wasn't part of this prize giving.
We've got...
I didn't choose this.
Lazy Eye has got a lockdown t-shirt coming his way, which is actually something that he wanted to buy, and then when it was 40, he was like, oh, I don't have $40. Like, because usually our t-shirts are 20, but like, sometimes they're more depending on how much it costs to make. So these ones are 40, and he was like, oh, I'll have to pass for now. So now he's just getting one.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Lazy Eye for that. And also a Mad War t-shirt.
Oh!
And that's why, part of the reason why I chucked these in for Lazy Eye, I know that he's got like this big 1-ounce collection. Like, he's got all the flyers on the wall and shit. He's got like all the 1-ounce t-shirts and shit. He like asked me, is there any 1-ounce mixtapes left? Is there any D-Lard DVDs left? Is there any Church House Campfire CDs left? Like, he's just got a massive collection of like New Zealand hip hop that goes along with 1-ounce, you know? So I know that he will really appreciate these prizes.
Yeah.
And then what we had was, which one was it that you wanted?
I'll just take that.
Just that?
Yeah.
You want a t-shirt too? One of these?
You're making me take one.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Then we have a Boom t-shirt and a Zero Fuck satchel. Suda's gonna like put all his drug deals in there and like walk around town and be like, yo G,
Mate,
wanna hook up?
it's how you have a nice fucking day with drugs. No, kids, don't listen to us.
We're joking.
This guy's like the straightest guy. Murph, what's up, hey, bro?
Up, Jay? Hey, bro.
What's up?
And then we go into performance of the night.
Ooh, can I guess?
Yep.
Haru Specs.
Yes.
My man.
Haru Specs. And I think the reason I awarded Haru Specs with performance of the night was just the surprise factor.
Yeah.
You just didn't expect Haru Specs to be performance of the night. So, you know, I think maybe some people are like, oh, Haru Specs, how? Like, that's how good he was, and that's how much it surprised me.
You'll see on footage. Haru Specs just had the perfect style to beat Docs.
Yeah.
And oh, don't do that. What's happening?
Whoa, someone tried to call me.
Alright.
So yeah, I got.
Oh, I think he'll look good in a bit of yellow.
Yeah, he's large, so these will fit him.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure he saw these and was like, "Yo, those are cool." Like,
oh
yeah.
Do you think he skateboards?
I don't know, but I'm because he was like around after the event. They were like,
oh, Mac joined us after we gave him all the praise as well.
Oh. Yeah, like he was around after the event and they were Ubering back to town.
Oh, yeah.
Like they were like, oh, have you got a ride? And I was like, my car's fucking full with equipment. And then him and his mate and the cameraman caught a ride, and I'm pretty sure he was like, yo, that's a sick t-shirt.
Yeah.
So then it just happened to be large. So a couple of Boom t-shirts coming his way. Shout outs to Haru Specs, man. That, as I say, it just was like,
Sick battle.
we know he's sick, but it was just unexpected for him to kind of.
He's a hat wearing person.
I don't know.
I
No,
don't
he's
think
got long
so.
hair,
Yeah,
eh?
I
So
don't think
probably
so.
not a. And then we got
Oh, this guy really wants to call you.
Oh, this is.
Yeah. So Haru Specs, winner of
Yeah.
some dope ass t-shirts.
Yeah,
That one's a really cool one. Look at it.
those are like $50 t-shirts each
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah,
shout outs to Skate Factory. They sent us like 10 or 12 t-shirts or some shit, which would be like what, $500?
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing. It's like they just went above and beyond. And then we have
Specs does need a good plate.
Facts.
Actual.
And then we have, oh, where's my notes? Sorry. Which is one of the most important prizes, which is most supported battler, which goes off the battler who sells the most pre-sales,
Oh, yeah.
or also when.
I don't know any of this. I'm not privy to any of this information this time.
So then also when we someone like a lot of the battlers be like, oh, can I get 6 tickets for my friends? Then also some people just message me directly, and then when they buy a ticket, I say to them, who are you coming to support? Because we're running a competition.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just tell me, a lot of people be like, I'm coming to support this person, that person, and I'm like, oh, you have to pick one, you know, like, so yeah, then I add up all those votes, and this time it was actually a lot less than usual, because we didn't sell as many pre-sales as we usually do. But the winner of the most supported battler is JP80.
Oh,
Yeah, so for him,
did we just make that happen? Like, is that because he's our most supported?
no, he sold. He's the only person who sold over 10 tickets.
Oh, me.
Yeah, so he sold. I think he sold like 6 tickets or something, and then another bunch of beating people came and they bought 5 tickets or pre-sales, and I said, "Who are you coming to support?" And they said, "Oh, beating JP80." So he was the only person who actually was over 10. Which, as I say, like I think last time Alenzo won and had like 30 something, or Mac won and had 30.
Wow.
And then the time before that, Alenzo won and had 30 something. So it just goes to show after COVID and that a lot of like the league has and the battlers have we've lost a lot of our support because
I mean,
it's been 3 years.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Like
I
mean, for what it like, I honestly thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Yeah, I was like,
to be honest,
I messaged the chat, right, and I was like, it's just going to be us. Is anyone going to sell any tickets, or is it just going to be us there?
And we can't just make people come to things, right?
No,
like we have to build up the hype again. And I reckon how the battlers battled this event is going to look so mean on YouTube, even with our footage worries and all that. Like,
the filming's still good, right? You know,
it'll still be like what people expect from battles is they're going to get and even more. Because the first event back, there wasn't so much rust. It was like people were still into it.
Everyone always says that though. They're like, I'm so rusty, and they're like, I'm going to be really shit, and like that's like the new pre-battle thing now. It's like pretending you suck. Like instead of being like, oh I'm going to rip Kamasuda.
I was doing that before it was cool.
I'm going to fucking murder him. Now everyone's like, I'm so rusty, and like. It's just like really hard to prep. It's like this whole like game of chess now. Like, maybe it's because everyone's so nice to each other now that they don't want to be like, you're a piece of shit and I'm going to body you. Like, you know, like, but like I found everyone was doing that. I just felt like saying in the chat, stop lying, stop fucking lying, because everyone was just like, oh, I haven't even started prepping yet. I'm going to lose. Like
liars.
Yeah, but JP80 most supported. We got a 0 fucks bucket hat for him, and we've got a
oh, this one's my favorite. Look how
Boom
good this is.
T-shirt, which is like I kept one of those for myself. That's a fire T-shirt.
Yeah, really good.
Shout out to
imagine skating on that.
Yeah, maybe that's what that's for.
Yeah, just some like imaginary rink.
And then we go into best. Another thing that is very important, as most supported, is best promo. It's very important because, like, this is how we sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like, and I've noticed a lot of people aren't promoting, and I think it's because of like how social media is. Like, you share a status and be like, "This is my family," and you get 100 likes. You'd be like, come to my battle rap event and you get 3 likes. You know, like, so I feel
and then a Facebook like, would you like to sponsor this post?
I feel people just kind of are scared to kind of promote themselves because like they do it and then they get no likes and then they go, oh, I'm battling sober, and he's going to do a whole round about like how I got 3 likes promoting myself. You know, like cause
it's not your fault. It's Facebook.
Yeah, it's 100% like the league feels this too. It's not you. It's social media. They want you to pay.
They want us to pay.
Where you should obviously not pay.
Yeah.
But there are ways around it. Like I've seen like people do like either on different platforms or different things or share to their story or reel or something like that. I noticed a lot of
I mean,
New
if we had
Zealanders are now
more, if we
using
had like
Insta.
more time to do stuff like that,
Yeah.
we would. It's just our social media presence is kind of locked into Facebook, which is probably
Not very
a
good
dying
anymore.
platform.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a platform for people to complain, basically.
Yeah.
Um, but
So yeah, the person we had for best promo, he shared, yeah, and as I was just saying, like, maybe it doesn't work, but he shared every single flyer. He shared He shared the event. He shared every flyer. He shared every announcement. He
made
shared
his own content.
every single thing, right? And he shared it on his page and his like page. Not to mention the promo video he did was possibly one of the best pieces of promo in 1Out's history.
Yeah.
And now you probably know who I'm referring to, would be Clue.
Glue!
And he wins.
Oh, he wins the dealer shirt.
He wins the fucking $80 zero fucks baseball shirt.
Man.
Because I feel like this is really important, a really important thing, for like promo for 1Outs and for I was like showing
Showing the laptop.
I feel this is just really important promo, and I feel like this is a prize that like people are going to want to win in the future, you know. And hopefully this, like as Suda was saying, we don't force people to promo, but hopefully this does motivate people to promote themselves more if they're going to win a prize, you know.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is like incentivize the battlers to do the things that other leagues do.
Yeah.
But of course, with the caveat that we don't have the money. I mean, I'm pretty sure most other leagues don't have money. But
Yeah.
except for KOTV.
Yeah, except for URL, the
URL,
millionaires.
yeah.
They're going to give away a Lamborghini at their next event. Performance of the night gets a Lamborghini.
One day.
But yeah, I have to take my hat off to Clue. Have to give him his flowers. His promo was awesome. He just kept sharing the stuff. He made that video, which was very heartfelt. Like, he just like opened up 100%, to the point he was even at his work. Like, a lot of people try to separate work and battle rap, and like don't want people to know where they work, because like you might do a roundabout like that he works at Mitre 10 or wherever they work, you know. Like, he was in his work uniform at his work. Like, it was just great. It was amazing.
And also, after the battle, he did like a mean breakdown.
Yeah. He's the only one that's done the after the battle breakdown too, and that goes into it as well. Like, shout outs to Clue. He was fucking awesome.
Legendary promo.
And then we have Most Improved. Most Improved, which is like something we've never done before also, but like it's like, you know, sports teams and shit do that. Like, we obviously do MVP with like Battle of the Night and all of that shit, but we don't usually do Most Improved. So our Most Improved battler would obviously, it was like they battled each other who it was between. So the winner was Locking Latu.
My man.
And he's going to get a lockdown t-shirt.
Oh, the Locking Latu gets a lockdown.
And a Zero Fucks hat. He was awesome. And if he didn't win it, then Luminous was going to win it. But I think why I picked Latu is because like Luminous has always been good. Like, he fucked up a few times, so yeah, he has improved just because he messed up. Like, he's always been amazing. But Latu was like the joke. Like, people would be like sharing that battle in my driveway and be like, oh, this guy sucks, ha 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 ha. He's the most viewed because he sucks. And like the work he's put in
since then
to where he's at now is he 100% the most improved battler in New Zealand.
Definitely.
Like, you know, someone you can just like, and as I say, so many people are like, why the hell is Latu battling? Like, because
you'll see in the battle.
Like, that's how good he's become. So shout outs to Latu, that's the bro. We've actually been hanging out quite a bit over the last couple of years. Really nice guy.
Wonderful. God-like human.
Yeah.
So what? That means we have a couple prizes left over.
Yeah, I think so. I think we got a hat.
Nice. Who's gonna wear that though? You gotta be a brutal.
Yeah, I have my T-shirt of this underneath here, and
You just leave it on. Have a nice.
I was wearing it when I was walking Grizzly once, and I walked past my son's old teacher, bro, and she's got like this like Shih Tzu, and Grizzly was like trying to kill her dog, like, like and
Have
then,
a nice fucking day.
and then she like didn't notice me as we were walking past each other because obviously she was like fearing for her dog's life, even though that wasn't just about to happen. But like I had to kind of pull Grizz away and shit. And then I think she saw my T-shirt, right? It's got it here, and it says "Have a fucking nice day." And then as I walked past, she must have realized it was me, and then I turned around because it's got it on the whole back of this T-shirt. Like it's on the whole back, bro. And as I turned around, she was like, had turned back to and was like, could see the whole thing, and she must have been like,
This guy
is a father at Henderson North Primary School. And he's got a pit bull, and he's got swearing on his T-shirt. Like, oh man, it was pretty embarrassing. Like, I used to love wearing shit like that, but now like I like hard out like.
You have to protect your kids' reputation.
Yeah, for my kids. Even though I don't wear zero fucks clothing to school, and I was wearing like just like a shirt like this. I wore it to training, and the kids were like, "Your T-shirt has swearing on it." And I was like, "It actually isn't." Like, if
sorry,
you think about it actually isn't a swear word because you know they spelt it differently. But I will never wear this again. Like,
who can we give this to?
How about someone who's watching?
Yeah.
Or how about...
Oh, who out of the 9 or 10 people that have watched for like this whole time, who would actually wear this in public?
Yeah, who would wear this?
Mac, I wear zero fucks to church. Yes. Okay, that's the top comment so far. We can throw in a boom as well, right? I think we've done all the prizes.
I think this is
that one's
T-shirt.
JPA.
Yeah. I think this is a spare T-shirt, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we got 2 to give away.
We got it.
Oh, Kaylee, I believe it.
Oh yeah.
I believe her.
Yeah, and I could easily give that to her because she lives out west, right?
Okay.
And she came to the event from West Auckland to Papakura, so caps. I think we should give it to Caps.
Oh, the cap! Oh! Caps, you win a cap. And I want to see a photo on the page of you wearing it. But I think Mac, because he's here, should win.
Mac,
something.
yeah, look, he's like, I'll wear it, G.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do we do paper, scissors, rock?
I see what else. I think I might have something else. tucked away.
We got the boom though. We got to give some to the people that are watching. I feel our first long ass 1 hour 20-minute live video. Mac. Oh,
I think
I think that's more Mac style.
I think that's more Mac style, right?
Can you see that? That's yours, Mac.
As a standout performer of the night, I think.
Now we've got one for both of you, Mac. Caps is getting the brutal one. Because I believe her when she says she'll wear this out in public. And one for Mac.
Yeah.
Joined in late, but he's here at the end where it matters.
And,
when he can
we'll do that as an extra standout performance. And maybe we could go Alenzo, flip of the night.
Yeah, flip of the night.
Yeah,
Alenzo,
with,
I was thinking that.
Drop the camera,
Lens.
and the only way that anyone's ever dropping lens. And we've got a couple of boom t-shirts.
You can just pick which one you want.
I assume he would be XL.
Oh yeah, the sizing might good.
Those are both XL, so I assume he would be XL.
Okay, let's just make sure so we haven't
Over-given away.
Over-given away.
Like,
all right.
okay,
Look at your notes and I'll count the prizes.
Lazy
We probably
Eye.
don't need to do this on video, but
Oh, we can. Lazy Eye, Latu, Mac caps.
oh, Mac's got a couple of caps there. Oh no, no,
No,
but that's
Mac
caps. Caps as in caps.
JP80,
Yep.
Haru Specs, Clue, Suda, and who's that one?
A Lenzo. You got a Lenzo.
Yeah, Linzo here. Okay,
Oh, for
oh,
late.
yeah.
So we got lazy eyes over there anyway.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Then we do have enough. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we've
That's
got
great.
plenty enough. Yep.
Awesome.
Shout outs to Skate Factory for giving us so many t-shirts to give
Yeah,
away.
which is
They're
amazing.
fucking awesome.
Thank you so much.
And unfortunately, the bro was meant to come to the event, but he had car problems.
Let's just give another shout out to all the sponsors because we want them to have a nice fucking day as well.
Yeah, shout out Zero Fucks. Shout out Skate Factory. Shout outs for Original. No one would have been paid without Original
Yeah.
because we were
That's
kind
facts.
of like 3 years of not having events. You
And
know?
we didn't make that many ticket sales.
Yeah.
So
And our
it-
money we have stashed away is like for Face of Hate 5. So if Original wasn't around, we wouldn't have been able to
I don't
pay.
even know if we would have thrown the battle
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, more or less the money he
So-
gave kind of funded most of the event. So shout outs to him. Go and check out his music on YouTube. He's got a bunch of sick features.
My man.
And yeah, next for 1OUTS. I did notice someone was like, are you ever going to do lockdown? And that is what's next for 1OUTS. You know what battles are on that card. We're trying to keep the same main events.
Yep.
So I guess we don't have to keep it a secret. We're trying to do PFAC versus DMG still. Haven't heard back from either of them. So I kind of feel like even if they don't want to do that battle anymore, we just carry on without them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we obviously want that battle, but we don't need that battle. Like, everyone wants that battle.
Yeah.
But, like, if they don't want to do it anymore, what are we to do? Move on. We have JP80 versus Tracer, which is another battle that kind of seemed like it wasn't going to happen, and then JP80
Called Tracer.
called Tracer out, and everyone called Tracer out, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
so Tracer's gonna
every
have his
single
fucking...
battle, eh? Like,
Yeah.
someone had something to say about Tracer,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what was it, either that he had a big head or small legs, like, in every battle.
Both.
He was like, shut the fuck up, like, on the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to battle from the crowd. So yeah, Tracer's gonna be getting some battle.
Yeah, yeah.
But that one would be the best, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're both keen to still do that, which,
That
is-
could be easily the main event.
yeah, yeah. And
Oh
then-
no, we've got an actual...
And we've got an actual title match.
Yeah.
So we've got Papa Mac versus champion Alenzo. What we actually have to do this time is remember that the champion gets to pick who goes first or second. They don't do paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah.
Because that's, we kind of threw Tracer under the bus, eh, when we like made him do paper, scissors, rock. And Tracer's just such a G that he was just like, instead of being like, bro, like, I get to pick, he was just like, and then he lost and had to go first, like,
Yeah.
fucking dumb cunts. I was quite pissed that night, but
Yeah. Sorry, Tracer.
yeah.
Um,
But that's going to be a great title match. We're going to get the belt edited. We're going to get Alenzo's name put on it. And also we're possibly planning to switch it up. Like to have like either a new belt, a new pendant, a new trophy, so that the winner of that battle, like, not the winner. So like if Alenzo happened to lose to Mac, he would keep the old belt.
okay.
Yeah. And if
And
he
make
wins,
a new belt for
he
Mac.
gets to keep the old belt as well.
Okay.
And then there's a new belt.
Okay.
You know? So yeah.
Mac, if you want a new belt, you gotta win.
Yeah, you got to win. Yeah. You're like, take that old belt with you.
Take-
Get the fuck out of here with that old belt.
Doesn't even...
So hopefully we can sort that because.
Oh, I just remembered Alenzo had a couple of flips. He had a flip for the short bars, but I can't remember
Oh
what it was.
yeah, he did.
So yeah, definitely Alenzo flip of the night.
So those 3 battles alone is like a solid lineup, and then what we're gonna do with the rest is like switch the lineup up a bit. So it's not gonna be like
Exactly the same
Specs
as,
versus Doctor Apocalypse was originally from
now.
Lockdown, you
Yeah.
know. So we're gonna switch the rest of the card up.
We'll definitely get Horror Specs on there though.
Yeah. Or
And
possibly he's actually having a baby in September, October, and he was like, he must have had a few beers, because he's like, oh, you know,
I'll have time.
I can
I'll have
sort it
time
out,
to do that. No, you won't.
like, oh, you know, like, this is a good Horror Speaks impression. He's like, oh, you know, like, it's just, you know, prep. I can just practice in the morning and the afternoon, you know, it's just having a baby, you know.
How naive.
I was like, oh, shit. And then he actually messaged me and he was like, well, you know, I've had a proper think about it. He's like, he's still keen, but he said he might not actually be able to battle. I'm like, you're probably not going to be able to, buddy. Like, your missus is going to be so pissed off too. It's like, oh, you know, babe, I've got a newborn baby, and we're going to Auckland for this battle.
Like, do you mind? What? Yeah.
But yeah, we would like him on the card. There's obviously so many battles, potential matchups at the moment that we're also planning to do a smaller type event where we don't know if that happens before or after lockdown. And what we're kind of planning to do was like a charity-based event. It's something that 1OUTS hasn't done before. Would be to raise money for a certain charity, which we're kind of not sure what charity that would be. We want to like do our research and make sure the money will be going to the right place. We're not 100% sure how, like whether we give a percentage of the money we earn, whether it's a free event and we have like a donation bucket like Pipes and them used to do.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I think that's something that will be really cool to give back and to have like, you know, I was kind of thinking of calling it like 1OUTS fuck COVID, 1OUTS fuck cancer, 1OUTS fuck suicide. Like one of those charities would be good, but then we have to find the right charity within those topics to raise money for. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys have any ideas,
yeah.
anyone who watches this, just leave it in the comments. Doesn't matter if you're watching it live or later on.
Yeah, definitely something we need to do some research on. So we'll definitely appreciate.
Or maybe even a charity that's helped one of you guys.
Yeah, we're open
awesome
to know. Yeah, and even if it's like not a charity, even if it's like a person who's in need or a family who's in need or something like that, you know, like someone who's been through like something tragic that needs help, you know, like that would be cool too.
Or just someone who helps around the neighborhood.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
some good sorts.
Yeah. I just think it's something we haven't really done, and it's something we should have done, and something we should keep doing like at least once a year.
Yeah.
Like have a smaller event where we're raising money for a charity. And we won't be like all those ones that like in the mall that like just steal your money.
Alright, it's nearly 1 hour 30 minutes, so let's end it here.
Yeah, and that's why it's called 1OUTSNZ Talk That Tiko, because
we talked a lot of shit.
It feels like it's been 5 minutes, mate, and it's been an hour and a half. So we definitely talked that shit, man.
Yeah, there was definitely the viewership going up and down. So, so thanks to all those who joined us at any point.
Thanks for watching,
and thanks to the people that have stuck around this whole time. This should be up for anyone to watch later on. So
and we are filming from a camera too, so this is possibly going to go onto YouTube as well.
Could do.
Yeah. We'll just kind of see what it looks like, and then I think it should get alright views on YouTube, and we do have ideas for our next podcast, and we are looking for sponsors, we are looking for guests, and that's it. Yeah.
And
so if you want to come talk shit with us, but if you're a battler, you got to spit a verse. You gotta spit some bars.
Oh,
That's gonna be like,
okay.
you know, you gotta spit something. Yeah.
Damn, Sway.
Yeah, because we don't rap anymore.
Yeah.
We're not.
Oh no, we might have to. You might have to do it. Be like an
I
actual.
got nothing
freestyle.
ready, you know. I didn't prepare anything earlier.
But we'll let you know. We'll give you ample time before you come talk shit with us.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching.
Episode 1, we out.
Love you guys.
Sure. That was cool.